guys, Josie here. I haven't tried quit smoking yet, so I might have one or two, but I'm really cutting back. If you hear any loud noises, and there's probably rocks falling off my roof. I know that sounds weird. We have a really bad storm happening, so okay. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully everything goes okay on this recording. I was gonna go live, but decided, let's do some reactions because it was cold outside. Even though right now I am on my sun porch, on my porch, not just recording from my phone today. Um, I'm on my porch because I got a new couch, but I couldn't fit it through my front door. It's a lot bigger than me, so yeah. So let's get this started. Now this one, it is a little bit older, but it's got all the information, and I love making fun of, sovereign citizens, people who act up and be stupid. But I think this is the first time I've ever come across a video that made me look at an officer and go, what? I mean, I don't know how small this town is. And let's just say when he stood in line for his brains, he kept letting people go ahead of him. And they ran out before they got to him. All right, here we go.
How's it going, man? Officer Fresh out of Benton Police Department. Pulled you over because you got a license plate cover. You can't have those. So the actual cover that goes over the license plate, like the plastic piece, you can't have that. Anything that stops the reflection of light.
I'm so sorry, sir.
You're okay.
Okay.
Are you got your license, registration, insurance, all
Yes,
that?
sir, I do.
Okay. What are you doing down here in Benton, Arkansas, man?
I just got married here.
You just got married
Yeah,
here?
to my girlfriend, yeah.
Okay. Where's your girlfriend live at?
It's in Benton.
Gotcha, man.
Okay, you heard that. He just got married. He's in Benton, Arkansas. Please don't make any Arkansas jokes. I actually like Arkansas. It's a beautiful place, and prices are actually very reasonable out there. And yes, he has an accent, but he's not from where you think he's from.
You got your registration for the vehicle
Yes,
and all that stuff? Okay, yeah, if you want to grab that for me, man. You got insurance for the vehicle by chance?
Yes, sir. It's all together.
All right, man. So where were you headed to right now? Or were you headed back home?
Yeah, I was just heading back to Little Caesar Pizza to have a pizza and get back to there.
Oh, you went to go get pizza real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you coming from then?
I'm coming from there. They told me that it will be going to take roughly around 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right, man. You got anything illegal in the vehicle? Do you know guns, drugs, bombs,
Nothing
hand
at all,
grenades,
sir.
nothing like that?
No.
Nothing?
Okay, so you heard that. I know it sounds weird because it kind of sounds rambling, but he said he had to go to Little Caesars. He said, I had to go to Little Caesars to pick up a pizza and drop it off. Now, and he said it would be 0 to 15 minutes. The officer goes, oh, you went to Little Caesars. So already this officer is not listening. He's not using his listening ears.
Even my dad and uncle both are police, and so I am very much like I have a very real love and affection towards this uniform.
All right, man. Would I have your consent to search the vehicle?
Yes, sir. You
Okay.
can, yeah,
All right,
anything.
man. All right, well, just hang tight for a second, okay?
Okay. I got to stop it right there. I myself have agreed to have my vehicle searched twice. First time, it took like an hour and a half because I was in the middle of moving. And oh boy, they made a mess. But they did find a pomegranate that I had forgotten about for like a month. So that was nice to find that fruit. Um, they didn't find anything else. But since I was in the middle of moving and everything, it was a huge mess. I had just left my campsite. It had been raining. I was actually I think I was in Michigan. Yeah, I was in Michigan. And I was, coming back towards Arizona. And I had the police, the sheriff. I didn't have the state police. I had the local police and the sheriff first and then local police. I did have a reason for getting pulled over. Um, my defrost suddenly stopped working on my truck. I was on a very small road, 2 lanes, no sides to pull off on. And so whenever I didn't see a car coming, I would get a little more towards the center of the road so that I knew I wouldn't go off the road. Since defrost wasn't working, ice cold rain, it happens. So pulled me over. I was fine. I understood why. He understood why. But he still has to search because I'm, going back and forth in traffic. And the second time I got pulled over, again, I was moving. I was actually moving from where I was to where I am. And I said, you can search my vehicle. And he didn't search my vehicle. He arrested me because he thought I was on drugs or drunk or something. And I'm like, well, search my vehicle. I'm in the middle of moving. Everything I have is in that vehicle right now. So if there's something, you're going to find it. He didn't bother. He just had it towed and then didn't press charges. But yeah. So I'm going to tell you something I wish I had thought or remembered because I know when you're in the moment, you just want to say yes, get it over with. Don't let them search your vehicle. Just don't. Because whether they do or don't, if you know they're not going to find anything, just don't. And if they are going to find something, just cop to it and just go to jail. Okay? Just makes it much easier. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Hello? Hey, this might be a dumb question, but if all he has is a Canada driver's license, is he good? Or does he need...
He's good for 90 days. Are you going to try to give him a ticket for it? Or
No, if anything, I'll do a warning, but I'm going to search his car, though. He came from one of those houses over here, so... And supposedly he was coming from Little Caesars to go back towards Alcoa. So, it's just kind of weird where he was located. So, I'm just going to search his car. I'm just going to give him a warning on it, but I wanted to run that through.
Okay. Think about it. The guy just said he had to go get a pizza and drop it off. Now, who do we know that goes and gets foods and drops them off to places that they don't live? Food delivery service, maybe? Yeah, they do that.
Before I get this warning processed and hand it to him. So he was parked over there in front of 202 Conrad, and then he's got a license plate cover, so that's PC all day, but he said he was coming from Little Caesars, headed back to Alcoa. He gave me consent to search the vehicle.
So he's going to Little Caesars?
He said he was coming from Little Caesars. This is going to take 15 minutes, but he's back on his way to Alcoa. So how long have you been in Benton, like you're in Arkansas?
Not more than 3 months. Like every time I have visited by road, never by plane. This is my 4th visit.
Hello, what's going on?
I'm his wife.
Okay.
Because he was bringing us pizza and we're like, what's taking you so long? So,
Gotcha.
okay.
He gave him consent to search, but if you don't mind, just maybe park in and we'll be right with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So is that like a 2-3 day drive-ish?
Just went probably around 20 to 25 hours.
Two. Crazy. Couldn't do it. By yourself, you would take it, the drive?
Yes, ma'am.
That's boring, ain't it?
It is.
Probably a lot of phone calls, a lot of music.
Yeah, music, energy drinks, and coffee.
Yeah.
I've been pulled over 4 times in Pennsylvania, but they never mentioned about this plastic thing. Getting a citizenship is super easy than all over the world.
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, another stupid question. Is liquid opium, is that a controlled substance?
I'm sorry.
Is that a controlled substance?
Yeah, liquid opium. I'm trying to find it on drugs.com or looking at the controlled substance part, but I can't find anything that says anything other than like derivatives of opium. He's got a liquid vial that has a label that says opium parentheses W.
Means when
That was in the center console.
What does
Opium is Schedule 2.
Oh,
It's Schedule 2?
that's right. It's a perfume.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I need to know then. Thanks, sir.
It might be a knockoff, but
No problem.
All right, bye. All right, man. I'm gonna read you something, okay? Alright, man, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney, to have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at government expense. Knowing and understanding your rights, I've explained them to you. Are you willing to answer any questions without an attorney present?
Can you repeat that?
You're okay.
Can
All right. That's okay. We can come over here, man. I'll read to you again, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at government expense. Are you willing to answer any questions without an attorney present? That's yes or no. Are you willing to answer any questions?
I don't want to answer any questions.
Okay. So no, you don't want to answer any questions?
No, but I didn't do anything wrong, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, man. Go and turn around. Put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
Why are you arrested him?
I'll tell you in just a second, okay?
He didn't do anything wrong.
So right now you're being placed under arrest for possession of a controlled substance, Schedule 2, okay? Yes, sir.
Where's the control?
I'll tell you in a second, ma'am. All right.
Sir, what was the substance? Can you please tell me?
So you got a vial of opium that was in your center console. Go and take a seat.
I never have opium, sir, in my life.
Okay. Give me a second, ma'am, and I'll explain what's going on, okay? I need you to take a deep breath, okay? Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Okay. The reason your husband's being placed under arrest is because he had opium.
What is that?
Opium. It's a Schedule 2 controlled substance, okay?
Okay.
Okay, getting arrested is not the worst thing that could happen, okay? Especially when it's for BS reason like this. The officer has not checked anything. He just grabbed it and said, oh, it says opium, it's a drug. I have a bag that says magical tools. Would he arrest me for being a witch? Could be. Or I actually had a cup that says crack coffee on it. It was for when I went to Tim Hortons, because that was the thing that you used to call it, crack coffee, because you always wanted more. By the way, if you live near Tim Hortons and you want to send me some coffee, I would love that. And if I get near one, I'm ordering my triple, which, if you don't know, is way too much sugar than anybody should ever have, but it's so good. Okay. And I really do feel bad for this couple. It's already stupid. I mean, everybody is behaving very well, very calmly, very professionally. She's having a bit of a panic attack. But this officer has escalated nothing. I mean, he didn't ask why he was in that neighborhood. Otherwise, he would have known he was delivering. He didn't ask anything like that. He didn't ask him, what is this? I have seen them pull a baggie with white powder in it out of somebody's butt crack and say, what is this? But he couldn't ask, what is this? Come on, dude. Hold on.
I don't even know what that is. He doesn't.
So
Okay.
he had that in his center console.
Okay.
So right now he's being placed under arrest. Okay. He's going to be taken down to Sling County Jail. He'll be processed through.
He's in the car. Okay, then what's gonna happen?
So then he's going to get a charge for that. So more than likely, with it being a Saturday, he's going to have to wait till Monday to see a judge.
He's gonna stay in jail until Sunday?
Until Monday. Until Monday, ma'am.
Okay.
So until he can see a judge, okay?
Okay, hold on 1 second, please.
You need to take a deep breath, though, okay?
1 second, please.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second, please. I'm confused on why he's going to jail. I want to see this, please,
He's got
sir.
Okay.
I want to see this, please.
Look, you gotta take some deep breaths.
Do you need to call an ambulance or anything?
No, I just want to talk to him, please.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't even know what's going on either.
So he's got opium. He's got a vial of opium, liquid opium, that was in the center console.
Can I please talk to him? He has a cell phone on him. Can I get his cell phone? His family's gonna be worried sick about him.
Yes.
Can I please get his cell phone?
But before we go over there, I need you to bring it down a level, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So your vehicle right here, is she good to take your vehicle?
Yes, sir. I can
Okay. Okay. The keys in your pocket right now?
I would like you to show him what you found in the car, please. I've never seen this in my life. This. Have you ever seen this?
This is a scent.
It has written on here opium.
Opium scent. Open challenge.
Can you
Nobody
test
can
it?
prove it.
Can you test
I'm going
it?
to send it off to the lab.
You don't have anything to test it right now?
I'm
need to
okay.
test it right
I
now.
believe in my Lord, so don't worry
So,
about that.
Can you?
unfortunately, I don't. Ma'am,
Calm down.
Okay.
I believe in my
Now
Lord.
you're gonna stay in jail till Monday. What do you mean, calm down? What am I gonna tell your mother?
It's just a perfume. It's a perfume for smoking cigarette.
You swear to me,
Simple.
Camille.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy.
Where did you get this from?
From Rizwan store.
You swear to me. I'm calling
swear.
Rizwan. Where's your cell phone? Can I take
I
it with
swear
me?
on my mom and dad. I'm gonna eat their flesh if I do anything wrong in my life.
Okay. Can I
Don't worry
take?
about that.
do you want her to have your phone or
jewelry and
anything?
stuff?
Yes, she can take anything if she wants.
Okay.
What about your jewelry and stuff? They're gonna take you to the jail. You have to see the judge.
Don't worry, I'm okay now.
Okay. Will you tell him when he'll see the judge and stuff?
That's a perfume, nothing else.
Huh?
Chill out.
Are your keys in your other pocket?
Yes, sir, this thing.
Oh, man.
That's a other.
It's going to be tested.
Okay.
If it tests, I got to log it in. If
Okay.
it comes tested
Okay.
and it tests negative,
How long
the
will the
char-
test take to come back?
It depends on the lab. I can't tell you yes or no if it's going to take a long time or
Okay.
not. So, but it'll go to
Okay.
court. If it tests negative, the charge will be dropped.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
a Arabic perfume. Don't
Okay.
worry. Chill out.
Give it an hour or two. You can call down the jail. They'll be
Okay.
able to give you more information from there.
Okay.
Like I said, he's going to see a judge on Monday,
Okay.
and they'll take it from there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really
ma'am.
appreciate it.
Huh?
Did he tell you why he had opium?
No, he refused because I asked him if he'd be willing to answer any questions. He said no. So.
Oh, okay.
And then when the wife came over, he's like, "Oh, it's just a perfume."
He asked him if he wanted to talk about it. He said no. And
Yep.
somehow he found out it was opium.
There's a label on it. It
says
there's
opium.
There's a label that says opium parentheses W. So, and he's telling the wife that it's perfume.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
But he wouldn't talk to you about it at all.
And I found him over there off of Conrad, and he was saying that he was coming from Little Caesars going to Alcoa.
Is that just a screw top? There's no atomizer on the top of it like a perfume bottle would have?
You got gloves?
I mean, I have another glove, but I'm trying not to touch it too much. I didn't open it. Is that what you wanted me to do, is open it?
Well, if you open it, it's just an open top, and it's not a perfume. I mean, well, most likely not a perfume bottle. You know what I mean? Just one more thing. I'm not saying expose yourself. Hello.
I mean, the fact that's labeled in this, though, too, still.
Yeah. Was it a roller thing? I don't know. But he doesn't want to talk to you about it at all.
No, and it's still labeled that way, too.
Well, yeah, it might be a perfume called opium. Think about what other things are trying to get ask you. But the fact that he doesn't want to talk to you about it and just tell you that it's perfume, it's a different story.
Yeah. And I told her, too, because she was...
He said something about cigarettes though with that.
Yeah.
So
I
they're
don't
probably
know.
rolling it onto his cigarettes and smoking it.
Something
Opium
like
is
that.
typically smoked. That's why it's weird for it to see it in liquid form. Hello.
So this is a letter from the Smoke and Chill.
Okay.
Okay, the front. This is just print out this way. Okay, that's the business owner from the Smoke and Chill.
What is the Smoke and Chill?
It's it's in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I guess it's just a gas station, a smoke shop there. Okay, and he worked there previously before he came here. This is where he was at delivering for Little Caesars. Okay, and this is the address that he delivered to over there. And these are the bottles inside the store here. See, this one don't say body oil on it. This one does. And this one does, but this one doesn't.
Let me take a look at this.
Okay.
I'm going to discuss this with the experts. I'm going to call our SIU lieutenant,
Okay.
and I will call you back and let you know, okay? There's all kinds of ways that people disguise drug narcotics. So, and that's all we were saying at the time. Just, hey, man, this looks weird. Do you want to talk to us about it?
I don't know if you looked at the body camera or not. I started recording when I was on scene, and he told him on 4 different occasions, this is a scent. This is from an Arabic store. I said, who did you get it from? He said, Rizwan, which
Okay.
is the store owner's name. Like, I'm just begging for help at this point.
Hello.
Hey, is this Rizwan?
Yes, I'm speaking.
Hey, I'm Sergeant Davidson with the Benton Police Department. I'm calling on the behalf of Mr. Kapil.
Yeah.
I've noticed some photographs provided by his wife of some perfume that's sold in your store, and I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about it.
Yes, please.
Okay, is it just perfume, or is it infused with any kind of THC or CBD or anything like that?
No, it's just a body oil, a perfume, a fragrance. That's it.
Okay. Do you mind if I get some quick information from you just as a witness?
Yeah, please. If you write opium perfume, opium body oil, you get a lot of listings people are selling.
Hey, it's Sergeant Davidson.
Hey,
Hey, I'm all over the place trying to figure this out. Do you know where he's being held at?
yes, he's held at Wynn Correctional Facility in Louisiana.
At what? When?
Yes, sir. It's called WINN. It's the ICE facility there.
Okay. Okay. Now, ugly. All right.
Send it to the immigration attorney as well. And
Yeah.
if the store is saying he bought it from there, I'm just mind blown that. And the guy's willing to come to court. I said, you've got to be on the court on June the 17th to testify this. He said, I will do whatever I have to do. He bought it.
Let me go back just a little bit. I'll go back to the beginning.
Ask him if he could search the car. He doesn't do anything. He's not, so he said, yeah, sure. And so he searched the car, and in the center console, he found a bottle of roll-on cologne called Opium. That is the name of the cologne.
Mm-hmm.
And Officer Freshour said it was drugs, and that he was taken to jail, and so on and so forth. Okay, well, he's now being detained by ICE, and we cannot get him a bond. And
okay, you heard that. The man had perfume, and he now, because he's Canadian citizen, he's being held by ICE because he was arrested for drugs, which there were no drugs. And his wife had been there before Monday with the proof, and the man was already in an ICE detention center, and he was being held on false charges. Now, I approve
until
what
this
ICE does.
situation here is resolved.
Well, the process right now is just to wait on the crime lab results, because if the results come back negative for any drugs, then the charges will be dropped. It won't be prosecuted.
How long do they take to come back?
It differs. There's no way to know exactly how long it's going to take for them to test it. We are a completely separate entity from the crime lab. I'll tell you, so I was out on that traffic stop. I was a supervisor that showed up there at the end, and I could tell you were upset. Nothing's going to happen to him until due process has taken place.
But the problem is I can't even get him out on bond until this has been taken care of.
I saw the vial that he was talking about, and what clued him in that there was something off about it when I'm talking about Officer Freshour was that your husband was talking about rolling it on cigarettes or something like that, and that's typically something that we see with drugs that would be inhaled on a cigarette, like PCP or something like that.
Fingers. He said, if you go back and listen to the video, because I started recording as well, sir, and I listened to the video myself, and he said in there, I roll it on my fingers after I smoke cigarettes. He's a very hygienic, very clean person.
Okay. And that may very well be a possibility. I'm not going to completely discount that. But our standard operating procedure at the moment is if we believe something is a drug or narcotic, we go in charge, we send it to the lab, we let them test it. And pending those results, we'll make a decision on whether or not there needs to be prosecution.
I asked him too, I said, where did you get this from? On site there, I asked him that. You can go back and look at video footage. He told me where he got it from. I contacted that person and said, hey, did he buy this there? He said, yes. I said, I need a letter. The guy sent his letter, a business license, his driver's license, everything in from where he bought this from. So, okay. I mean, I'm not sure.
Could you bring that to me?
Yes, I can right now. I'll be on my way in 10 minutes.
Okay. I
can forward you the email, whatever you need. The store owner, when I contacted him, he sent it to the criminal defense attorney, and he sent it to the immigration attorney as well. And if the store is saying he bought it from there, I'm just mind blown that And the guy's willing to come to court. I said, you've got to be on the court on June the 17th to testify this. He said, I will do whatever I have to do. He bought it from my store.
Yeah, just talking to Officer Freshour, he said your husband was parked in front of a known drug trafficking residence, and that when he Mirandized him to see if he wanted to answer any questions about the vial itself and its contents, he refused to speak with Officer Freshour. So that
and that's because he has an immigration attorney already, and we thought that he thought that this was what this was about.
Rather than waiting for the crime lab results and then writing a warrant after the fact, because most of the time people flee, and that's nothing on an individual. I'm not saying your husband would have done that. I'm just saying that's the majority of cases. We go ahead and detain, and then we test, and then pending those results, things can be dropped. We didn't have a canine available that day, and we don't have any field drug test kits. And if we did, those aren't admissible in court.
I would like to also let you know that the reason, so he was coming from Little Caesars and he was coming back home. But to be very honest with you, sir, he was delivering food over in that area, and I had proof of that as well. I can show you the address where he delivered the food to, as I have his phone. So I do have proof that he was delivering right there. So
yes, all of that.
He would deliver. Okay,
all of that would help us. I know it's his right under federal law to refuse to speak with us without an attorney present. I just wish that he would have said, "Hey, you guys are this is absolutely just perfume. I'll sit here as long as you need. Yeah. You can take it and test it. Just let me get on out of here." What we could have done was sent it off for testing and charged after the fact if it turned out to be something. If not, it would have been returned to you.
I'm just devastated. I mean, over a bottle of cologne.
Here's what I can do. I can contact our evidence technician and see if there's any way she can contact the crime lab and see what their an ETA might be.
Hello.
Hey, it's Davidson, Benton PD.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was able to get a hold of the crime lab. They got the submission on the 3rd, and I asked them as a favor to me to put a rush on it, and they said it usually takes up to like 6 months, but they're going to order a rush, and it's only going to take up to 15 days. With that, they can only tell me if it's a drug or if it's not a drug, because if they get positive on a drug, they have to order whatever type of drug it is to test it against. Obviously, if it comes back no drug, then everything will be dropped and he'll be notified and released and all that other stuff. The photograph that man sent you of the cologne that he sells in his store, did they all look like that, labeled in that way?
Yes. They say pink pussy. They have mutton musk. They have legend with the same. It's got M in parentheses, some in W in parentheses. It looks very, very similar. I'm actually trying to buy the KFC right now, headed down there.
I'm going to call the jail to see if they'll give him a bond, just at my request. I have no problem with them giving him a bond.
They've already given him a bond.
Oh, so he's not out yet? They won't let him pay his bond?
No. What happened is they gave him a bond, but due to all of this, he was detained by ICE.
Oh, okay.
And now we cannot request a bond hearing from ICE until this is taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave him a signature bond of $25,000. I hired a criminal defense attorney that Sunday night, and she went in there with me Monday morning.
Let me call the jail and see what that's about. See if I can help you in that aspect, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. I'm here now.
Okay. Hello.
So this is a letter from the Smoke and Chill.
Okay.
Okay, the front, this is, just print out this way. Okay. That's the business owner from the Smoke and Chill.
What is the Smoke and Chill?
It's in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I guess it's just a gas station, smoke shop there. Okay, and he worked there previously before he came here. This is where he was delivering for Little Caesars. Okay, and this is the address that he delivered to over there. And these are the bottles inside the store here. See, this one don't say body oil on it. This one does. And this one does, but this one doesn't.
Let me take a look at this.
Okay.
I'm going to discuss this with the experts. Okay. I'm going to call our SIU lieutenant, and I will call you back and let you know, okay? There's all kinds of ways that people disguise drugs and narcotics so that they can ingest them in a very low profile way. And that's all we were saying at the time. Just, hey man, this looks weird. Do you want to talk to us about it?
I don't know if you looked at the body camera or not. I started recording when I was on scene, and he told him on 4 different occasions, this is a scent. This is from...
No, it's just a body oil, a perfume, a fragrance. That's it.
Okay. Do you mind if I get some quick information from you just as a witness?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Please let me know your email. I can send you the supplies number. They are located in Manhattan. If you write opium perfume, opium body oil, you get a lot of listings people are selling.
Hey, it's Sergeant Davidson.
Hey.
Hey, I'm all over the place trying to figure this out. Do you know where he's being held at?
Yes, he's held at Wynn Correctional Facility in Louisiana.
At what? When?
Yes, sir. It's called WINN Correctional Facility. It's the ICE facility there.
Nobody seems to know why he was picked up because he's already posted bond for this
I can
charge.
tell you why he was picked up. And Lieutenant Grant called ICE herself multiple times and said that she had been instructed by her higher up to contact them.
Kapil and Ashley, how'd y'all meet?
We met on a dating site on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Yep.
Okay.
And we started talking, and I don't know, it became like someone I would just tell everything to,
Talking
just as
about
friends.
food, talking about 3 different countries because she have been to my hometown and home country. Then she have been to Canada. Where
You had
I
already
studied.
been to India before?
Yes, before I
Before.
met him.
Oh, wow.
In my home city, like hometown.
No way.
Yeah, and then where I was studying, I was pursuing my studies in Canada. The college where I've been, she have already been there
Yeah,
to see
visit.
some friends and.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
So
so
you've
we-
crossed paths or in one
Yeah.
way or another. Okay, so what was it, May 3rd of this year, right? And you were driving to go get pizza. You were also delivering a pizza for work, right?
Yeah,
And you were in the wrong part of town, according to the cop.
which is District 53 and their code word or whatever on the wireless.
That's their code word?
Yeah. So I just picked up the 2 pizzas with 2 different Pepsi bottles of 2 liter. It was pretty much close to that Little Caesar pizza, that location where I have to deliver. There was a small young kid and I gave him all the food. And then I looked back again.
It's like a meet cute. India, but they met through Facebook. It's so cute.
There was a cop car going by my side and then...
Driving by the car.
So I started driving towards and he went to the opposite direction just to make me feel that he is not coming my way. Then he went in the plaza and then he came back towards me and then he pulled me over.
And I've been pulled over
in the same car.
in the same exact car
With the same
for
license plate
speeding,
cover.
with the same license plate cover
And-
for speeding, and got a warning for speeding, but nothing was ever
No
mentioned.
mention. The license plate cover is an easy out to pull someone over that they want to
Yeah.
pull over. If I tell you now to take that license plate cover off, well, I can't get you for it later, can I?
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's what it's all about. So what's the first key you know you're going to jail, and what do you even think is happening?
Like he was going back and forth to his car and then suddenly he said, I'm reading your rights. So I said, I'm not going to give you any answer because you are not showing me anything. Like, at least show me for what you are trying to put me in jail or something.
And I'm like, let's go show him what this is and ask him where he got this from.
That was the point when I got calmed down, when they showed me that this...
So he went over
then I
there.
started laughing, yeah.
He told him on 4 different occasions, it's an scent, it's a cologne, it's a perfume, it's something I roll on my fingertips after I smoke cigarettes.
They turn that into later in the video. Oh yeah, he rolls it on his cigarette.
Even when I was in that facility, when he was trying to book me on the computer, the screen, and he was still asking me back and forth that way do you put it on. Like he was trying to put those words in my mouth when I was telling him that it's normal thing. All these Muslim guys, whenever they go to their mosque, they just put it here and they rub their wrist like this or here or here. My dad is a police officer, my uncle is a police officer, and I'm so much under disciplined. Like if you have a person your dad is from army or police, you're a little bit scared to do anything wrong in your life. And then you're spending $60,000 in Canada to having your master's degree. You want your records to be clean so that you can get some IT job or something like that. I was doing my information system architect and reporting system database development in Canada.
Oh, nice.
So I've been here 5 times in this country, never happened before anything like that.
No record anywhere,
no
even in
bad record,
Canada.
He's never got a ticket.
Never
in
in
his life.
India.
Yeah.
You've been in how many countries? No
Yeah.
record in
Three
any
different
country.
countries.
Lived in 3 different countries, never get a ticket in my life. And then the same car I was driving all over the US,
All over Canada.
all over Canada 4 or 5 times. Never happened anything bad.
But now you're in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Dude, you're in cuffs in the back of a car for a bottle with a word on it that the cop doesn't like. He doesn't like the word that's on the bottle, so you're going to jail for it. And I know that it's just the word because he never even opened the vial.
Well, I
Dude,
asked him to test it.
dude, what kind of cop are you if you're not even gonna look at it? What if you open it and it's cologne?
I forbid if someone's innocent.
It's not till after all this that they ask you about it, but they continue to say that the reason you're in jail is your fault because you didn't want to tell them that it's cologne.
He did, but when he saw it,
right? He did.
he told him, I'm pretty sure 3 to
So
4
until
times.
you don't
when he
show
saw
me
it.
what it is, exactly how I can
tell you what
justify
it is.
myself, like
This-
this is the right thing and this is the wrong thing.
The moment you saw it, you said, "What? I'm happy," and you said, "I'm gonna eat my parents' flesh." And I wanted to ask you, what does that mean in your country?
Like eating a flesh of your loved one, or you are just admiring that they will be dead after this news, and like if I have did something bad, I'm ready to see them dead in front of me.
And this is actually where it gets a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
But so you are technically still an immigrant. You guys got married when? When was your?
April the 11th.
So you were married at this time almost a month, right?
Yes, not even a month.
But there's still a process, even though you were here illegally already on a visa,
A visitor
and
visa.
and then you're married. But there's still a process you have to go through to prove you're married rightfully, this and
What if I'm
that,
married, yeah.
and it could take up to how long before it's all said and done? How long would it
A year or
take?
so
A year or so.
A year or
and
so.
so you're a month into this year process. You already paid a lawyer a buku amount of money to do a bunch of this process for you.
Yeah.
You learn at this point she never did it.
Oh, nothing.
Is there any kind of proof that you pay? Like, I believe
Yes.
you, but
Receipts?
do you have proof that you
Yes,
paid her to do
we
this?
had email chat between him where he's begging her, "Did you do anything for my case? Should we do
it's been
this?
5.5 months.
Do I need to take it at an admission here in America to a college?" There was other avenues.
lot of options.
A lot of options. Do I need to go to Canada and come back? I have a visitor visa.
Yeah.
He could have went there and then come back.
So you have a bunch of proof that you were doing the right thing and she dropped the ball on you.
If we didn't, I don't think he would be sitting here.
So you go through all this hell proving his innocence. You finally get them to drop the charges, and at some point before you're able to get him out of jail, ICE comes and gets him because the extension that was supposed to be filed by your attorney that you already paid her to file. Because every 180 days, you have to file an extension for another 180 days, and you would have had to do that for the remainder of the 11 months to go through your process of your marriage to become an actual citizen. And so you had paid her to do that. She didn't do that, and so because she didn't do that, your visa is expired technically.
He's considered an overstay.
An overstay, and so because of that, ICE comes and gets you before you're released from Saline County Jail. So now you're really freaking, huh? Because
Yes.
now
Okay, I have one question for all this. I have one question. They both did exactly what they were supposed to do. Two people have failed them completely. The attorney and immigration attorneys are not cheap. I've had friends, my dad had to have one. You know, I've known plenty of people that had to have immigration attorneys. They're not cheap. And actually, I'm not going to say one officer. It was the entire Benton, Arkansas Police Department failed these people. ICE, they did what they were told. You know, they were told by an officer, this guy's here, doesn't have the extension on his visa, come and get him. You know, he's got drug charges. And at $25,000, I don't care if it's a signature bond, $25,000. That's freaking ridiculous.
now what?
He has his first court hearing, and that lady at the Department of Homeland Security is screaming at him, telling him He's not eligible for a bond because he's suspected a criminal now. I said, what happens when the results come back and there's nothing? We'll get it taken care of right away. We'll get it taken care of right away. They didn't, though. Even then, I was still having to go to the prosecuting attorney's office, going over to the court's office, begging, please, can you drop these charges before we face a federal judge?
They were just tired of hearing from you.
They were tired of hearing from me.
They're like, this bitch ain't gonna stop.
No, I wasn't going to stop
She was
either.
requesting every day. She was crying and calling them every day, bugging them. And before that, they were just injecting in her mind that it will going to take 6 months.
Over a bottle of cologne.
Over some
Cologne.
legitimate cologne, and at this point, it's proven to be cologne, but you're still in ICE's custody now.
The judge and ICE, we had to prove to him a couple things. A, he was doing the legal right of things. B, we are in a legit marriage and relationship. We had to prove those things to him, or he wouldn't be sitting here.
Now you have a new attorney.
Yes.
Things are going right, and so you're able to get him out finally.
Finally.
So, and this is what we're at in Louisiana.
Louisiana Winfield Corrections.
He would have never went to ICE,
Yes.
if the cop would have never wrongfully arrested him. It was a bottle of cologne. That cop wasn't even going to show him. If I would have demanded, show him right now what this is.
No, you wouldn't even know what it
You
was.
wouldn't even know what it was.
That's a good point. He even admits that they don't have to take you to jail, that they have a process when they find something they're not sure is drugs, because essentially you went to jail for a bottle with a word on it.
Yeah.
So that's not probable cause, okay? Now, if you did some kind of test, or if it even looked like drugs, and then it was labeled like a drug that it looked like, and
Did they say it didn't look like drugs?
They never even said it did. They never even looked at it. They didn't smell it. They didn't open the vial. You were in jail before they even tried to open it. You were in jail because of the word that was written on it.
Yeah.
If there was no words written on it, he wouldn't have thought it was drugs. The only reason he thought it was drugs was because of the word on it. So essentially, you went to jail for the word that was written on it and no other reason.
No other reason.
Now, and so that's the whole thing, and that is not probable cause to take anyone to jail. And he admits that in those situations, you confiscate the item, you send it off, you give the person a court date to show up to, and then you deal with it then. But you don't just go stick them in jail. And so let's say, best case scenario in this situation, like let's say you were already a citizen, so you didn't have to worry about ICE. But you still have to pay that bond. What if you don't have enough money to pay that bond? So you just sit in jail for 6 months until they test this stuff?
Yeah.
And then
what about our whole life?
What's going on? Like, what if you pay the bill? So now you're in jail 6 months. We don't have the money to get you out. Now you're homeless.
Yeah.
Because they needed to test something. So that's why there is a procedure implemented where you don't go to jail over something that we don't even know what it is. You're out of ICE after all of this, all the money spent, all the stress and tears and everything else. Anyone that's here on a visa, if you're even suspected of a crime, you can be deported.
Absolutely.
And it definitely also slows down that process that we were talking about earlier for you guys to get married. Now, instead of 11 more months, it's more like, 3 more years?
For example, if you get the work permit, work authorization card, so that you can work anywhere, and the social security number, within 2 to 3 months after you file that, now you have to wait for another 3 years.
That's because now he's classified as a prior deportation. So now is a 3-year process to even be able to legally work here now, compared to a 90-day process.
Gotcha. So now he can't even work here for 3 years.
3 years.
So
You can't leave the Arkansas state.
you can't even leave Arkansas State now.
you can't leave Arkansas,
No.
and you're a nurse.
Yes.
So that helps, right?
Yes.
It's better than a lot of other things. So you are able to pull some groceries in, but
Yes.
But I guarantee you, it's a lot harder now that it's just you working.
Yeah, it's a struggle. Like it's not the economic that we live in is not. It's not cheap to live here. Plus, you're paying immigration attorneys, all the fees for everything. Prior, every little bit of savings that we did have for this is gone. And I work 2 full-time jobs just to make sure our household is taken care of. Because not only do I have him, but I have my daughter too. So
for 3 years, that's the
gonna be our
plan.
life.
You can't work, you can't leave.
Nope.
If there's
Yeah.
anyone that wants to help these people that are going to be struggling for the
Hold on. I have to say this. This man did everything legally. His wife did everything legally. He can't work for 3 years in this country. Can't leave that state. But yet, someone who comes here illegally works, and people will stand in front of ICE vehicles and say, "Oh, you can't take them. They're contributing. this man was actually contributing, taxes taken out, all that stuff. And now the American citizen and the man who's trying to legally become an American citizen have their entire lives messed up. And I can't blame ICE because they're literally doing what their job is. Once they have the proof, they let him go. But because that cop arrested him over BS charges, and then they called ICE over BS charges, they screwed up these people's lives for no reason whatsoever. I mean, it's tempting to say he actually didn't get pulled over because of the neighborhood, but because his color. And I don't like using the race card for anything, because I was raised in the South, and racial disparity is true. And I've lived in the North, and racial disparity is true. Not always the way you think, by the way. I'm a white girl. A very obviously white girl. And I was told by someone of color to get in the back of the line where I belonged. I was at the front of the line. There was like 20 people behind me. And the lady behind me goes, "You need to get back in the back of the line where you belong." Luckily, the other people of color in that line told her, "Hey, I'm not. She stood here in line. She gets to go up first." So, yeah. I mean, I got lucky because my neighborhood, I was the only white girl in my entire neighborhood. The cops actually would stop me walking from the store to my house. "What are you doing in this neighborhood? Huh? You don't belong here." This older black gentleman who lived like 2 houses down from me literally came out and started yelling at the cops. He goes, "Her kids ain't white. She's black." My oldest son, you can obviously tell he's Italian, and my youngest son, he's Native American. So, yeah, it's funny. But they're like, "Yeah, her kids ain't white." So my little blondness, got me questioned by the police just for being in the neighborhood I lived in. So yeah. Um, but this is ridiculous.
Next 3 years, I would really like to link some type of way to do that. And so maybe you could provide that for me. I'll link that in the pinned comment and description part of the video. They're not asking.
No,
I'm bringing it up.
Asking.
Yeah, we don't need that money. We are not even asking. And I feel sad for her because she was only having two options. Either one, to sell out her cars and leave this country with me, not to fight this journey for next 3 years, or either to stay here and keep fighting with all these authorities.
When you love someone, I would have left.
You were about to leave the whole country.
Yeah, we're going to Portugal
just to get away from it.
Yeah, we already
she was trying
figured
to
out
file the visas and everything
for
for her.
Portugal, and I already looked into all this, trying to learn their language a little bit. I said we're going to make something good come up.
And now you're stuck here.
Now we're stuck here for 3 years, but you know what? At least we're together.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that was the random patrol. Okay. So sorry guys. Hold on. I can't even seem to make my computer work. Okay. How insane is this? Okay. How insane? This guy gets pulled over, and because he was a good person, he said yes. He searched my vehicle. He knew there was nothing illegal in there. That was mistake one. Mistake two was thinking that the officer would actually investigate. He didn't. No. He didn't bother doing any sort of investigation at all. So this couple who behaved, did what they were told, and was smart to not answer questions because this officer kept trying to put words in his mouth that he did not say. I really want to know what happened. I might check to see what happened with those officers, because the sergeant did not do his job properly. The female officer, she should know that perfumes and body oils and stuff come with a roller. You can get it at Sephora, at Ulta. Shoot, they even have them at Walmart. Come on now. Even Dollar General. So, I mean, Benton's kind of poor. So, yeah, probably Dollar General. They even have them at Dollar Tree. These people had their lives completely worked upside down. If his wife did not have a good job and they didn't already have a house and stuff, they probably would have lost everything. They're out a ton of money, and that lawyer, he was on the deportation list because his lawyer couldn't be bothered to do her job that she was paid a fortune for. I'll tell you that right now. 25,000 is a drop in the bucket to the immigration attorneys. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I am going to go ahead and call it a day, and take care of yourselves. Oh, by the way, you guys rock. You know that, right? Mwah.